Hello YouTube, and thank you for joining me tonight. I do hope that you will hang in there with me. This subject is not exactly a new one, but it is something that I am not addressing in my former way. I have gained a level of confidence due to my comfort with my audience. Therefore, I am going to be more transparent with you this evening, and I hope that it is well received. If it is not, that's okay. I have no problem with you expressing your dissent. Jenny Hyun's tweets, along with a steady stream of other racist-laden videos and replies, have been gaining popularity. Personally, I understand the world is filled with hellish, comprehensive viewpoints. What I find to be more unsavory is the hate that is being perpetuated while addressing these current events. There is one hard to dispute observation I have made about humankind. If members of a group offers critique of others within the same group, it is easy to discard. When the same message is offered, yet framed differently by a dissenting clique, it tends to invoke detestation. I do not claim the label secular humanist. I acknowledge that I hold one of its values dear. That is an express commitment to improve human welfare in this world. One would think that age would have tainted my belief in human transformation, and with all of the things that I have seen in life, I am surprised sometimes that it has not. I shake my head in disgust when viewing certain activities of members from my supposed racial group. Now, I say supposed because race really means little to me. Whether you believe that it exists or not, what matters more to me is what makes that person who they are, what they stand for, how they think, what their character is, and how they live their life. With that said, there are definitely certain activities that have garnered my aversion. A people who were oppressed and has proven to be the laughingstock of America. You would think that they or certain members within the group would understand the significance in not behaving in certain ways. It dumbfounds me when viewing how some cling to hatred as a valid defense mechanism to antipathy expressed by others. When thinking about all of this, my thoughts came back to one who is called Elie Wiesel. Now, here is a man who radiates resiliency. For those who do not know of him, he is a Holocaust survivor, a writer, and a professor at Boston University. A man who has witnessed firsthand some of the worst humankind has to offer. Yet, he is a highly functioning human being that does not hate his former oppressor. Like myself, he does not believe in collective guilt. What makes him unique? Are we not all capable of achieving such level-headedness? Of course we are. We have to understand the perils of hatred and the possible jeopardy of indifference if we want to progress. Wisdom dictates to me we also need to know what to distill from a hostile communication. Also, not to fear analyzing the contents of expressed claims. Distill the hate, discard the hate, and address any validity that stands after excogitation. So, let's look at two of her claims and analyze them together. Quote, "The only way Black people are able to advance in any way is through white people. It reminds me of a little something called slavery." Plainly, this is her formulating general concepts, where some confidence is placed. It was meant to be hurtful. History and current events, as well as current activity, shows this is not factual. There may be those to which this statement applies. It is, however, obvious that every group has issues to varying degrees. These sentences also is a backhanded comment regarding affirmative action, I am sure. Many mentally lazy people and other liars will assert that all blacks are the recipient of this government policy. Even if one is a recipient, it does not speak badly of another. This policy definitely carries a stigma and unwanted secondary effects. This does not mean if one is a recipient that one is a burden on society, nor should one want to be a burden. Any responsible person who has established ethical rules of personal conduct do not want to adhere to a leech-like or mutualist lifestyle. She goes on to say, "Your culture is disgusting. Your people are equally as disgusting. Disrespectful, violent, arrogant, stupid." End quote. If we are looking at culture as behaviors and attitudes that are supposedly characteristic of a particular social group, then things become exciting now, doesn't it? It may be that an aspect of culture is highly offensive to her or to others. This is mind dependent. It is subjective. I will be the first to agree that there are aspects to many cultures that creates a feeling of intense dislike within me. Question is, do we view various distinct features of culture, especially those deemed disgusting, as potentially harmful to the majority of the group? If so, what do we do about it? Yes, what do we do about it? It's not enough to simply throw out a statement like that with no commitment behind it to change things for the better, unless it is your intent to purposely hurt another or to generate animosity. Now let's move forward to the latter part of her comment. Some people buy into the bogus collectivist concept of racial hierarchy. This alone would generate justification as to why a low-ranking to least popular group would be ridiculed. Let's go beyond this. She was hoping her claim would be accepted as an absolute truth. An absolute truth is an inflexible reality, a fixed and unalterable fact. We know her claim is not true, for she has not met every black person. She has not proven she has the qualifications to make such determination, nor has she presented verifiable evidence for her claims. Pointing to the behavior of some or most within any given group does not accurately address the entire group. Even if her assessment was true in the now moment, does not mean that it would remain a constant. And by stating what she has, she may have provided fuel for those that she hates to prove her wrong. She is entitled to her opinion. She indeed speaks for herself, though there are surely others who agree with her. This is their right. Why would you care what they think, assuming their thoughts does not pose a direct threat? Did her actions produce anger in me? Yes, temporarily, but was easily placed in context. Even if she represented the thoughts of much of the world, she does not speak for the entire world. So, why is it okay to match her behavior and in some cases increase the level of pathology? Every time one engages in this type of racial shaming or humiliation, they are engaging in a specific type of murder. They seek to murder your spirit. Do you see? Now, in regards to Jenny, you do have financial power. Your money does not have to support her efforts. I'm addressing all people who select to be rational, and not solely black people who were offended by her comments and other people who were offended as well, but specifically black people. Those who are bigoted can be shunned. Surely we can acknowledge the potential for influence that certain celebrities have, but we have the power to put them in their place. They have a right to express their thoughts, but this does not shield them from the consequences of such candor. This sort of behavior creates a long-lasting memory in others. The companies that hire her may hope otherwise, but you do not have to support those companies that employ her. Vote with your dollar and attention when addressing celebrities, especially when they behave poorly. I repeat, this is the year for such inflammatory actions to flourish. The soil is rich with humus and appropriate ingredients. There are no easy solutions. It is my opinion that the important thing is not to allow conditioning that keeps you passive in your thinking. Select your battles wisely. Do not select an extreme position as a weapon once you engage in a battle. Leave the cognitive dissonance in the cellar. Use empathy and common sense. And understand there is a war for your mind. It is my belief that all experiences are meant to teach us something about ourselves. What does this and similar experiences teach you about yourself? Thank you for listening.